Hello and welcome to my channel. This is a couple of things, viewer request, and I'm going to do a, I'm going to work on the folio. Oh, word. If I can't get my words out, I might have to start over. Okay, this is the sewing folio that I'm working on. I'm working on several different projects, but I got a viewer request to show how I assembled the booklet. And this one here, this pattern was very grungy and very tattered, but I was able to glue the actual pattern to tea-stained paper first in the background. That way it gave it some stability, and then I glued it to this tea stain file folder. So I've already put it together. I do have my pages assembled partially. I'll show that. I have my material picked out for the inside. I'm not going to show that because I know the person that my customer that this is for does watch my channel. So but yeah, this pattern is just super cute, but very, I mean, I pretty much saved it. So yeah, and it wasn't, the back side wasn't big enough. These advanced patterns are smaller than the norm, but I did make this a little bit bigger because I didn't want to cut her shoe off, and I wanted to make sure I got the number in the top. So it's not flattened out. I will, after I put the inside material on, I'll put it under some heavy books or in my press and get it flattened. So there's that. Alright, so I'll just show how I did that, and I basically use file folders to do this, and this one here, because it's going to be grungy, I used the tea stain file folder. I did these in the oven, and I'm sorry, my allergies are bad. The smoke is back from Canada. I may have to sneeze. I did these in the oven. I like to do these outside, so the next warm sunny day I'll be doing a bunch of these outside, because I really don't like how they come out in the oven. I like doing them outside better. So there's that. Alright, so I'll do another one. But my share for today is going to be my friend Anne over at Curious Moon Design. She has a hashtag. Today is Wednesday, and it's hashtag my midweek crafty share. So I will be using that hashtag today. So there's that. And I'll put that in the link. I did that last week. I used her hashtag, but I forgot to mention her. Sorry about that, Anne. So I just made this little tag so I could use it every time I was going to use the hashtag. And then I just save them. I decided on my Christmas Reader's Digest. I'm going to do the Merry Monday with Leslie over at 507 Willow House. And I may just dedicate that to every Monday because I have many other projects that I'm working on. And I know everybody might get bored with Christmas every day. So this customer wanted my last one I made, which was, let's see, here's all my stuff. Was this one here. And it only had two pages in it, like these are the pages that I make. It only had 2 of these, and this customer here wanted more pocket pages, so I told her I could probably fit, yeah, 1 more in there. I should be able to figure that out. Yeah, that'll work, which would give her 4 more pockets pages, because there's 4 per each, which gives you 8, and then with the added would give her 12 pockets. So that's what I did. And I basically, this time around, last time I used the file folder, and I just get these at Walmart, and then I covered it with the tissue paper, and I did that with this one here. This one here, because it's grungy, I'm just using the tea stain file folder, and then I'm going to cover it with my pages. These are the pages that go on there. I've cut a few out and I've saved some to show. So this will go on here. I don't think I need to cover that with tissue paper. I think I have enough going on, and I really like that contrast. So this piece here is where my pockets will be sewn on, and I just use I should have pulled it down. Oops, that hurt. I've got my Big Shot on the floor and I just kicked it. All right, I use these. I have a whole box of these that I got at the thrift store, so I'll have these for a long time. And these are just those little, they're vintage protector sheets, but they're clear. So all I'm doing is cutting these up for pockets. So yeah, I have a box of them, but I just pull some down to when I'm using them. All right, so there's that. So I can show you with this one here. This one here, yeah, I could show this one, doing that one. I'll show you how I cut these out, and then I'll show you how I put the pattern on the file folder. That way I can get my die cut off the floor. All right, so let me do that. So I have 3 pages, and then I'll have 12 of these sheets to put on, and those will be glued on there after I sew my pockets on. All right, so there's that one. I've got that one, and I basically took the tea stain file folder and I cut it a little bit larger than my die, which is here. This is the inside frame piece here, and then here's my other, oh, here it is. It has different sizes, and I believe this size here, I can show you how I did that as well. Is that one? That one's not it, is it? Yeah, that's it. That's the one, because I put it a little bit a ways from on that first line on the file folder. Okay, so I need those 2 pieces. They have different sizes. All right, so I don't need that. Just move some stuff out of the way that I don't need. So I have the pattern pieces to this one, and I'll use that to cover the pages. I'm not going to do tea stained on this one. It's just going to do straight up file folder, and I'll just cover it with the sewing pattern. It'll just be a lot lighter than this, because this is the sewing pattern on the tea stain file folder. So it made it a lot darker. And basically what I did was picked all the pattern pieces that would fit on there, like so. And if it didn't, I put strips underneath of just plain pattern pieces, no wording or nothing, and then just put my piece on top where I wanted it, just for interest. All right, so I have that one, and then I have this one too that I'm making. I haven't decided on my inside yet on this one. Okay, that's the front and this is the back. And this is just a crochet, it's like a cardstock magazine. Crochet, tatted, hairpin lace, little booklets. So I'm making one out of that as well. I just have to figure out my inside pieces. I might go with 110 cardstock white. So we'll see on that. Alright, so let me show you how I cut these out. It's pretty simple. I only have a few left to do. I have to bring my beast up here. I'll need that for later. This is the Big Shot Plus. And you do need this to use the largest, this one here. You do need it for this one here. Maybe that one, I'm not sure. Let me see. No, you could get it through the regular Big Shot on the insert, but this biggest one, you need the large Big Shot Plus for that one. Okay. But this is really big. This makes a really big booklet. And this part here doesn't cut. That's where it folds. Here's my pieces. That's this part here, and you can make it as wide as you want. You know, you could make it really wide. The height will stay the same. So see, I made mine a little bit wider, and I'll show you. So there's that. All right, I don't need that. Okay, so I'm going to cut these. That one's cut. This one's not cut. So basically just want to line it up, and I'm going to use some tape. Got some washi tape that's okay to use. I'm just going to try to center this up as much as I can so that it's kind of hard with the wording, because when they do the pattern pieces, they have lines going every which way, so it can look like it's crooked, but it's not. I just basically want this wording to be straight. I think that looks pretty good right there. And just be careful with your tape getting on here, because it will pull it up, because it's tissue paper. And I just glued the tissue paper down with the Scotch Create glue. And the parts here that where it was shiny, I just took my embossing buddy here. I have one here that I don't use for stamping. It's just an extra one, and I just use it for that. I just ran it over there, and it took that shininess of the extra excess glue. It toned it down, and so it wasn't so shiny. All right, let me run this through. Okay, I didn't bring my, oh, maybe I did. You can use the smaller die on here as long as it fits, but I'm going to use my large one. And this is, let me just move this around. This is the Big Shot Plus magnetic platform. And then this is my cutting plate that I cut on, and then my do not cut plate. So I'll just run this through. And I just put my hand on it to keep it flat. So just want to make sure I pull that off and not my... So see, there's just a little bit of waste there, and I'm just going to toss that. So there's my piece. So I basically have 12 of these pieces here. So this one's cut out. This one's not cut. So I'll go ahead and cut this one. I'll just do a couple and then I'll show you the other step. Just want to make sure that this is... So I basically just collaged the tissue paper on that shape, and I just cut it square, a little bit bigger than my die. I do that with all my dies, just to eliminate a lot of scraps, and everything is down to a minimum. I love this tonic bookmaking die set. I mean, I could make the pages square, but I just love this element of, you know, the ornate corners, and I do sew around here once I get my pockets in place. So, and that's what holds my pockets down, and then I glue it on here. Okay, so there's that. I'll show you how I cut this. Okay, get rid of that. I'm going to move this out of the way for a sec. I don't know how heavy it is, but it's pretty heavy. Alright, I'm just going to use my ruler. I'm going to line this up here. Okay. Just take a couple pieces of tape so that don't slide around. Hopefully you can see. Let me move up. I bumped my head on my camera a couple times, so I might be out of whack here again. Alright, so where I want, oops, I don't need that. Okay, so this side, this cuts here, this side does not cut. So you could really line this up wherever you want, depending on where you wanted your spine. It's going to go here, cut to here, and then you just need to cut it off. For these little booklets, for this size here, for what I wanted, I'm just putting it on that first. There's like 3 lines on the file folder. So I'm just going to put my ruler here, try to line it up. That's why I like this mat, so I have measurements. And just gonna, sorry for the glare. Let me see if I can get away with my light being off. Yeah. And you might be hearing me wheezing today, but okay, so now I'm just going to have that set there. I'm going to line this up and put a couple pieces of tape on there just to secure it and button it up against there. That way everything will be uniform. And then I'll grab these. And I'll need my trimmer. I'm just going to trim this off. I can use the rest of this for tacks or something. Okay. And I'm just going to get it close. Okay. Bring my machine back up. And then I'm going to run this through. I can run this size through my regular machine, but I have better luck if everything is at an angle. It just puts less stress on the die and your plates. So I'll run this through. Oops. Okay. As you can hear, you don't hear a lot of banging and popping. Okay. I'll put this on the floor again. Okay. Get rid of my tape here. Okay, and so that's what it does right there. There's my little page booklet. It stitches around the edge, so it gets kind of stuck, but there it is. And all you have to do is trim here and trim here. So see, you could make it as wide as you want it. I could have brought it over there and it would have gave me a larger spine, but this is where I figured out I need it for my project. Okay. So then I just snip right here. Oops, didn't quite get it good, but that's okay. All right, and I'm just going to toss this piece. So there you have it. There's my page, and this will be for this one here. So now I'll show you how I do my covers, and I use the file folder for my cover. Now file folders are not straight. They are kind of wonky. So what I do right from the get-go is I take a little sliver off. I'm just going to put it in like this and take a sliver off. And I'm going to use that part that I took the sliver off as a guide. So, and where's my other one? I basically, so making the cover, it really depends on how big you want it. These are, I'm gonna go 6 by, I wanted to go 6 by 8 is what I made. This one here was 6 by 8. This one's a little bit bigger. it's 6 by a little over 8 1/4. I don't know what that is, but this one I can do 6 by 8. So I'll be cutting this down. Let me see with my back. Yeah, I think I'll be good on this one too. Didn't want to cut any details off, and I'll be good with 6 by 8 on that one as well. So that'll be good. So let's see. And I want a 1 inch, I did a 1 inch spine here. Yeah. Okay. So basically here, that's one fold. Just trying to see where I cut it off. Okay, this is the bottom where I cut it off. Alright, so I'm just going to line this up on here. I could use my scoreboard. I'm trying to make it difficult and I don't need to be. So that's the widest. So I'm going to go this way. 1 inch. Just going to score this 1 inch. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So there's my spine. Right there. That's my spine right there. So what I'm going to do is cut, measure over 8 or 6, and then 8 that way. So it goes pretty quickly. And I'm not bothered that these lines are in here because that'll be covered up anyways. So let's see. Let me do the 8 first. This is probably confusing as all get out, but okay, 8. Yeah. And then 6. So I'm going to go 6 from this line here. Line this up. Okay, and then 6 from this line here. Hopefully I did that right. If not, I'll need another file folder. Okay. There you go. There's my little booklet. And then I will just glue these on. This one here, I'll need to cut it down. Okay, my 6 is good, and I'm going to keep this all the way up to this edge because I'll have lace here. So let me just trim it. It's got to be 8. 8 is right there. I'm just going to kind of trim off top and bottom until I get what I want. 8. Can I go 8 there? That line is kind of wonky, so let me... Hopefully I got that. That's pretty close. Yeah, my line was wonky. So yeah, the whole thing is wonky now. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to line it up on the 8 line, that bottom, and trim that. I'm going to trim a little bit more. There we go. All right, it might be less than 8, but I didn't want to cut the feet off. Yep, it's okay. All right, and then 6, we're okay there. This is going to go on here. And then I always sew around it, around the corners, and sew all the way around the book, like I did on this one here. I sewed all the way around. Okay, so there's that one. I don't think I need to cut this other one. I think this other one is perfect. No, I do need to cut for the top. It has to be 8 tall. And I did the same thing with these. I learned the lesson to glue it to some copy paper. And because this is going to be neutral, I just glued it to white copy paper just to give it some stability. And I just used the glue stick. All right, so this needs to be 8. I gotta sneeze. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm paranoid I'm gonna bite my tongue again. Okay. That should be the right height. Yep, and that's gonna go all the way to the edge there, and I'm gonna put lace there. Yeah, like that. Okay, so I'll just glue these 2 down. Alright, as you can see, I've been messing with the computer trying to get the print heads cleaned, and I struggled. So I have to wait till Friday for my son's day off to have him help me with it. So I'm just going to use the glue stick. Hope I'm recording. I am. Okay. Yeah, I'm being a little bit too, this glue is warm, so it's a little gushy. And I'm being heavy-handed because I really want it to stay down. I don't want any bubbles. Okay. All right. Hopefully I can, yeah. Just gonna try to keep it to the front here, corner. There we go. I see I'll have to trim it just a little bit, which is okay. And I got some glue on the front a little bit. Good. Okay. I'm liking that. Very cute. Where's my other piece? Here. All right, let me glue that down. Made a mess of this glue stick. I think I kind of solved my camera bouncing. I had a lot of things going on that were touching my desk, and I did some reorganizing of that. So this week, trying to finish up. I've got a lot of custom orders I'm finishing up, and then I can fully concentrate next week on opening my shop back up and the Christmas journals. I have 5 that I would love to finish next month, so we'll see. Okay, how did I want that? Like this. I'm just going to put that in the corner. So I love the file folders for this. I have to do some trimming. I mean, the pattern is, excuse me, beat up, pretty beat up, but I feel like I saved it. And these turn out really cute. Love the pockets. Okay. There's that. Oh, I made a mess of that. Alright, so there's that. There's the cover. I hope that helped. This wasn't quite big enough for the back, but I will be putting lace on it like I did last time. And I think I will do 3 pockets or 3 pages in here. That will definitely, I'll just have to take the 1 inch and divide it into 3. And then I'll have to pick something for the inside. Probably been trying to use this this material up with the little lacy flowers. So I'm kind of liking that with the sewing patterns. So I might use, I did use that on the inside of here. So I might do that as well. But I'll put something like maybe white copy paper or something behind so that you don't see the yellow file folder through there. So yeah, I'll have to think that through, but I really like this. Yeah. Okay, so that's a thought. Alright, so that's it. I have another one made. I still have to figure out my, where's the other one here? I haven't really figured this one out, but I will be doing the same process. I think, is this one bigger? No, it's about the same size. I will use file folder for this, but on the inside it will be different. I'll probably use, like, I think I have 110-pound white cardstock that I can use for the inserts. And then I would like to, I don't know how many pages I have for this, if I have enough. I would like to use these as these here. So I'll have to think that through. I don't think I have enough. I really don't. Depending on how I... That would be nice to be able to get 1 on each page, something. So I'll have to figure that out. That's something to think about. But that's on my agenda as well. But my first priority is, where is the little stinker? I lost it out. Oh, it's right here. Is to finish this and get it in the mail. So yeah, I'll be working on that today. I have some lace and some trim that I tea stained, and I gotta go get that out of the tea stain bath and get it dried so that I could use it. So yeah, and then figure out the rest of this. But this will basically is what the pages will be, and then the pockets. So yeah, I have that to figure out. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Enjoy your Wednesday, and if you can, do my midweek crafty share. And that's hosted by Anne over at Curious Moon Design. All right, take care. Bye.